Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I've actually got 11 tips and tricks that I wanted to share with you. So recently I discovered 2 new iPhone hacks that I thought were really cool, and I was kind of shocked that I didn't know this before, so that kind of got me on the hunt to search for more things that I didn't know that you could do on the iPhone. Yeah, as I was researching, there was loads of things, but these 11 are ones that I'm really going to use most days probably. So I just thought I could share them with you, and hopefully you learn something new, or maybe I'm just really behind with the times and people know all these things already. So I hope you enjoy watching the video, and I'll just get into the tips. I will share on the screen as well how you do these things on the iPhone, as that is something I just learned recently as well, how to screen record. So the first one I wanted to share was just a little calculator trick. So whenever you type something into the calculator, I always used to think you had to press the AC button to like clear it and then start again, but you can actually just swipe left or right and that'll delete the most recent number like in the equation. So God knows how I didn't know this for years. I've always deleted the whole thing and started again, whereas now I know I can just swipe left or right and it'll just take me back a few steps. And number 2 is just a little WhatsApp trick. So often on WhatsApp people will send you photos because it's free, or links to pages, documents, videos, and I don't have mine turned on to save everything I get sent to my camera roll, because at one point I just felt like I was scrolling through my camera roll and had lots of people's holiday pictures on there that weren't even mine. But there's actually a media links and documents tab in WhatsApp, and if you click on that it takes you instantly straight to all the photos, the links you've been sent. It's a really quick way of accessing all the photos, so I thought that was fab. This was something I learned a couple of months ago, and it's nice as well because you might have shared a few memories with that person and then you've kind of got this like album there that isn't on your photos, whereas I used to scroll through messages for ages trying to find pictures or links somebody had sent me like a couple of days ago. And number 3 is that you can edit a message even after you've sent it for a certain period of time. I'm not sure exactly how long it is, but if you just hold down the message it comes up with the option to edit the message, and then if you spelt something wrong or you just want to delete something out of the message you can do, and then that just like automatically recorrects it for you without having to delete the message and then the person being able to see the message was deleted and resending another one. You can just edit the message that you already sent, but like I say, it does only work for so long after the message is sent. But I thought that was really good to know, because I'm always having to use asterisks and resending words after I've sent it if I've misspelt it or the phone's auto-corrected it for me, so I won't need to do that anymore, so that's really handy. And if you're like me and always wondered how people get a recording of what they're doing on the phone onto the YouTube video or on like Instagram stories and things like that, then I've recently just discovered how you do that. Or it's great if you want to take a video of what you're doing, so you might want to show someone how to do something in settings or on your iPhone, like my nana, and then you could send it to them as a video. It's like a step-by-step guide. You can basically add the screen recording button to your control center, so all you need to do for that is go into settings, then into the control center, and then there's a bit that says more controls and it will say screen recording, and if you just click the little plus button that will add it to your control center, and that's the bit where you pull down in the top right corner of the screen and it gives you sort of like all the quick actions that you use quite frequently. The screen recording button will be there then, and you can literally just click that and then start filming what it is you want to show. So I was really pleased that I discovered how to do that whilst researching the tips and tricks, because I thought it'd be good to have it on the screen whilst I'm talking. And I never knew this, but if you want to call someone back quickly, if you just press the green phone button on the keypad, it just calls the person back automatically straight away. So if you've been speaking to your mum or your partner and the phone line's got cut off, or you just want to call them back and ask them something, instead of going into contacts or into like your recent messages and clicking on the number, if you just click on the green phone button it automatically calls back the last person you just spoke to. So I thought that was a handy thing to know, and I can't believe I only just found out this next tip, which is when you take a screenshot you can screenshot the whole page. So I usually take a screenshot, scroll up, take a screenshot, scroll up, but what you can actually do is take the screenshot as you would usually do with the lock button and the top volume button, if anyone didn't know that, and then the little thumbnail comes up in the bottom left corner. If you click on that, and then at the top it gives you an option that says full page, so you can click full page, and then there's a little cursor on the right hand side so you can pull it down to scroll, or you can just screenshot a particular part of the document or the web page that you want. You can also draw on it and edit it, and then you can save it either as a PDF or you can send it to somebody. But often if I've read something and I'm trying to learn something and I can only screenshot like what's on the page, it's really handy to know that you can screenshot a bit further down if it goes kind of off the page, if that makes sense. And another little trick I've recently just learned is that you can do calculations in the search bar. So instead of having to go into the calculator app, you can just use the search bar. You can actually type in like X and the little asterisks and it knows that's like a times button, and do some quick maths instead of having to go into the calculator, which I just thought was really handy to know. Something else you can do as well is is share your Wi-Fi password with friends and family when they come round. So whenever people come to my house and they want the Wi-Fi password, we have it on like the little sticker piece of paper thing that came with the Wi-Fi box in the cupboard, so I usually get that out. But I think I just completely forgot that you can see the Wi-Fi password on your phone, so you could just copy it and send it to them instead of getting your historic piece of paper out the cupboard. Or you can actually share the password with contacts as well if you've got them in your phone, which I thought was super handy. And to do that, you just click into settings, Wi-Fi, click on your Wi-Fi name, and then click password, and then it'll either use a Face ID or your passcode to log you into it, and then your password's there for you to either copy or you can send to a contact. And if, like me, years ago you loved the app Shazam, which would basically tell you what any music was that was playing in the room where you were at that moment, I didn't know you could now ask, hey Siri, what's the song that's playing, and it will tell you, because apparently, I think it was since like 2018, Apple bought Shazam, so it's basically just like installed in Siri or something. So instead of having to like find the app, click on it, click the button for it to like start listening, you can just ask Siri to do it. So yeah, for some reason I was mind blown by that. But I just love that feature, because there's so many times when you go somewhere and you think this is such a good song, like what a tune, and you just have no idea who's singing it or what the name of the song is, and end up typing random things into Google to try and find out what the song is, or using Shazam, but it's usually in a folder somewhere on my phone that I've got to find, and it might stop playing by then. So that's really handy to know. And another thing I recently discovered was that you can make shortcuts for so many things. So for example, if you're often typing in your emails or things, you can just create a shortcut on your keyboard. So for example, you might put 2 exclamation marks or ... and that will automatically type in your email address for you as like predictive text. Or if you've got like a really long name, you could just type in like your initials and then space, and then that would automatically put in your name for you. And all you have to do for that is to go into settings and then general, and then you go into keyboard and then click text replacement, and then the add in the corner, and then the phrase is like either your email address or your long name, and then the shortcut is whatever you want it to be. But I thought that was so good and something that would be like really useful, because I'm often typing in my email address, and not that it takes long, but it's not as quick as just typing in ... or something like that. So I'm definitely going to make a few text replacements for a couple of things. And the last thing I wanted to mention that I thought was really cool was that you can download offline maps. So I use maps all the time, even around where I live, just to find restaurants and in the city centre and things, but especially when we go travelling or go abroad. So it's so handy, except if you're abroad and you don't have a SIM for that country and you're using mobile data, then it can cost you quite a lot of money. So to be able to download the map and use it offline is so good. You can do this on Google Maps as well, or the iPhone maps. So you just want to do that before you go, and all you need to do is go into your maps, click on your initials or your photo, what is ever in the corner. You can click offline maps and then download a new map, and then you want to type in the location of wherever it is you're going, and then just kind of screenshot the area where you want the maps to be, and then just download it. So handy. And that is it for the iPhone tips and tricks that I had to share with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you could give it a big like and subscribe to the channel. Bit of a different one from me, but I always think if it's something worth knowing, it's something worth sharing. And I hope you learned something from this video. If you know any amazing tips on the iPhone that make life easier, I would love it if you could let me know in the comments. And thank you so much as always for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video on Monday. Thanks guys, bye!